Okay, hey guys, another set of spoilers just came out. These ones are actually really interesting. So like I told you in the Force of Wu news, we're going to be seeing a ruler revealed, and then the next set of spoilers will also have support for this ruler that's revealed. So we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So first up we have Swordsman of Fire. So this is the one that everyone thought was Wukong, but it's actually not. So he's a fire, he's a wanderer, he has energized for red obviously, and you can pay the attribute costs of wander resonators with the will of any attribute. So that's pretty cool. As you guys have seen, there's a ton of wander resonators that already exist in the format, as well as in the new frontier format, and in wanderer format there's also more resonators in there. So there's already a plethora, well, I don't know, a decent amount of choices right now, and I assume they'll be introducing more as we go along. So just having that option is pretty nice. And he also has the ability of those wander resonators also just passively gain first strike. And you'll see with why that combined with his J activate, it's going to be really good just to run a giant deck just full of a bunch of wander resonators essentially. But his judgment also is 4 cost, and when he judgments, you put a wanderer card straight from your hand into your field, just straight up. Doesn't matter what the cost or anything like that is. The J ruler himself is just a 12/12, and so he has 5 different effects. So his effects are: if a light resonator enters your field, you get to put 2 100 counters on your J ruler. If a fire resonator enters your field, you get to deal 500 damage to another resonator. If a water resonator enters your field, you get to draw a card. If a wind resonator enters your field, he as a J ruler gains flying and barrier till end of turn. And if a darkness resonator enters your field, your opponent discards a card. So automatically you'll get one of those effects just from him entering the field and getting that free resonator in. And then just passively, as you're playing the game, you keep getting these either draw, dealing damage, giving him extra damage, different things like that. It's just, I think it's a lot of fun, a lot of versatility inside of there, and I think a lot of potential. Next, we have our resonator here. So we have Shahrazad, the speaker of yet unknown truths, I guess. That's a long, really long name. But he's a 3 cost 8/8 resonator, wanderer, and he has quick cast, so you can play him at any time. And he also has, on top of that, the Will of Despair attribute. So you can throw him in one of those other decks for the Will of Despair type of things. And when he enters your field, as long as he's in the field, target resonator cannot attack, block, or play any of its abilities as long as this card is in the field. So I think that's going to be really good, especially with some current resonators that are out there, and as well as I'm sure some that are going to be getting revealed. Just being able to lock something down. It's probably technically better to destroy it, but there might be reasons you don't want to destroy it or can at that time. Plus him having quick cast and being wanderer so he can pay with any attribute he's probably a good addition just to have. Next one, I really like this one. So this is Sunwoo, Enforcer for the Future. So this is a 2 cost 6/5 Wanderer Resonator once again. Also has the Will of Despair subtitle, and he has flying. Damn
it! Okay.
He also has the Will of Despair attribute, and he also has flying, which is awesome. And when he enters your field, you get to return target non-Magic Stone, non-J ruler card on your opponent's field to their hand. Or it's from actually either person's field, so that's even better. So that's pretty good. So he's 2 cost. For only 2 costs, not only do you get a 6/5 flying resonator that's Wanderer and Will of Despair, so it can fit into a bunch of decks and work with multiple effects, but he also gets to just return any card you want that's not a Magic Stone to your opponent's hand. Doesn't matter if it's a 10 cost resonator or a field card or anything like a regalia, he works with all of it. Next one, this one's all right. So this is all addable, I don't even know. Cross Flame. So it's a 3 cost quick cast champ, and it deals 800 damage to target resonator and every other resonator with that shares a name with that resonator. That's okay, I guess. Maybe if you're going against a Croco Shark deck, kind of. Probably wouldn't kill them though. But I don't know, it's okay, I guess. I'm sure there's some decks that will be good against that maybe are coming up, but I can't think of anything on the top of my head. So next, this one's kind of interesting. So this is Interdimensional Space. So this is a 2-cost addition for your field, and it makes it so you can play 1 void less to play Judgment of your Wanderer J-Rulers, 1 less to play Wanderer Resonators, so it costs 1 void less to play them, and Wanderer J-Resonators you control just passively gain 4/4. So that one's going to be really good. Like I said, if you're doing just a full Wanderer deck, just having this 2 cost on your field, instead of 4 to J-activate, now you only have to pay 3. Your J-Ruler gains that extra 4/4, so now he's a 16/16. And your Resonators, like say you have a 3 cost with 1 void Wanderer Resonator you want to play that has 600 attack, 600 defense. For whatever reason, that's terrible actually. But now it's only 2 cost, and now it's 1,000 2 cost. So I think that's going to be extremely strong, even against stuff like Heavenly Gust, because of there's this new card called Severing Winds. Now this one, so keep in mind, in order for Heavenly Gust to do its full effect, they want to use its Torrent effect. So they want to play a card beforehand and then play it as their second card. Now this card is a 4-cost quick cast, and it cancels target spell. However, if your opponent has played 2 or more cards this turn, you get to play this card for free. It's just a free cancel. So if they're trying to Heavenly Gust, and so they try and play that 1 card and then the second Heavenly Gust to try and get rid of your field card to get rid of that buff and all that stuff, now you can just play this for free in response, even if you're completely tapped out. And because of that free effect, you can now slot this chant card into any deck you want. Doesn't matter what color, what style you're going for, doesn't matter, because as soon as your opponent plays 2 cards, you can play this card for free. Doesn't have any other prerequisites. So I think that's gonna be a staple in a lot of decks. In my opinion, I could be completely wrong though, but we'll see. Last card is Words of Shahrazad. I don't even know if Shahrazad, whatever. It's a 1-cost chant, and you search your deck for a Wanderer, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So once again, your basic search, however, in the context of a fully fledged Wanderer deck, it's extremely strong because for 1 cost, like say you're getting ready to J-activate, you have 2 field cards out, and so it costs 2 void less to J-activate. I actually don't remember if he has 2 void in his cost to J-activate, but if he does, it's only 2 to J-activate, so you only have to spend 1 to search your deck for whatever Wanderer you want to put out for free as soon as you J-activate. Get yourself prepped up and basically swing in for whatever you need. You can search for a specific high cost Wanderer maybe, or a certain color, so when you J-activate and put it out for free, you're doing one of your J-Ruler's effects off the bat that you might need to help you win the game. Maybe you need to do 500 damage to that last Resonator to get out of the way to swing for the hit or something like that. I don't know, but I'm pretty excited for this. This is probably my favorite so far out of the spoilers is these cards. Is a lot of possibilities, and they're extremely strong. So yeah, we'll see how these go. We'll see you guys next time.
Booty butt.
Booty.
Ah!